haven't had the time to just kind of like say that. That's fucking weird. That's fucking unacceptable, man. It's like, how the fuck? Like, I want to say again, I have no hatred towards the girl whatsoever. It's like, bro, as a girl, we've split up. Go do whatever you want. You're allowed to like go date other guys, sleep with other guys, whatever. But it's specifically a male friend that you've trusted. That fucking hurts, bro. Holy fuck. People are saying like, "Oh, you're so wrong. You're insecure." You can say it's insecurity, bro. You can really say it's insecurity. What's interesting is that it's not about, again, it's not about the girl. I'm not insecure about my male friend. I'm I'm let down. I'm disappointed. And then we had, so we had like a couple of months, me and him, we just trained and, we were close friends and everything. And I went on this road trip with Anastasia. You guys know I went on the road trip with Anastasia like a couple of weeks ago. We recorded like a cute little video. It's the little video titled "When You Both Delete Social Media" or whatever it was. We had that, and whilst I was on that road trip, I received a text from him. So I sent him a text without realizing anything was up. I sent him like a list of texts. I do this quite often, where I'll say to him, "Oh, thank you so much for like our friendship. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so glad that we share our values and stuff, and like we're training hard." I just kind of like just said like nice things without realizing that anything was even up. And he read those messages, but then didn't respond for a few days, which wasn't totally weird. He's sometimes does that and stuff, but whatever. And then suddenly there's a massive paragraph back where I can just see his mind has been so manipulated by women, where he's just straight away, this is what you guys are gonna find interesting as fuck, and you're gonna like, there's he sends me a massive paragraph back, essentially saying like, "Oh well, Hamza, like I've got a problem with you because you like I don't agree with your values. You played around with like with this girl and stuff, and also like I don't believe that men and women. I don't believe like men are superior to women." Essentially, he was like he on the same day he said this. This is how you know what kind of guy he is. On the same day he said this. I didn't have Instagram, but my friend Sam told me this. He posted onto Instagram. He shared that kind of thing of saying, "Oh yeah, ban Andrew Tate," and he was speaking about Andrew Tate as a misogynist. That's the kind of man we're dealing with, bro. And what's interesting is like he agreed, like we would have talks about like red pill stuff, and he agreed with all of them. And maybe he was just being like a shapeshifter and just kind of like wanting to agree with me and stuff like that. But like, hang on. Yo, stop sharing his fucking Instagram, boys. Don't be weird, man. You're gonna lose respect from me if you fucking do that shit, boys. Don't do that. This is for me to. Oh yeah, there's a horse in there. This is for me to vent and stuff, but it's like you don't need to try and like fight him for me or any bullshit. This is man versus man kind of thing, and I'm just kind of venting to you guys. One, for my own personal benefit, but two, I kind of just wanted to reiterate something I've never really spoke about in terms like friendship, which is Andrew Tate speaks about this, which I really like, which he really talks about the value of brotherhood. And what's interesting is that, so this friend then, he shared this thing on Instagram saying like, "Oh, like Andrew Tate is a misogynist. I can't believe people support him." And it was so like, it was almost as if his girlfriend was what, like, he has a girlfriend as well, right? So that's why like, and he is like a very like, he displayed a lack of values here, but I don't think he's like a bad person in terms like of like cheat. He wouldn't cheat kind of thing. Like, you just kind of know a certain person. He wouldn't cheat. So he had a girlfriend through all this. That's why I'm not concerned that he's like actually slept with my ex or anything. Like he could have. It's like obviously there's always a possibility, but I actually don't think there is. But it's you guys know, man. Anyone who shares that kind of shit of like, "Oh, Andrew Tate's a misogynist," it's like you can see what level of person they are. Especially when if a girl does it, it's kind of like, "Oh, she's just upset about some of the things she said," and fair enough, rightly so sometimes. But when a guy kind of is against this message of masculinity and fuck, my biceps are coming mad. When a guy is against this message of masculinity and a guy is kind of like against Andrew Tate and this message, you kind of know where he stands. And this is the point when I realized, I was like, "Oh fuck, he's like fucking yeah, my beard always looks weird when there's light behind me. It always looks like it's like patchy or some shit, but it's actually not. It's like it's fucking nice, man. But like when there's light, it kind of looks like it's see-through for some reason. But Beard's looking fucking nice, isn't it, boys? Spam one if my beard's looking nice. Spam two if I should shave. If we get more twos, I'll fucking no. I'm not gonna shave. Fuck the chat, bro. Fuck the chat. But what happened then? Yeah, so he sent me these messages, and I responded just saying like, okay, we'll speak when I'm back home. So I waited a few days, and it was almost like he was just out of nowhere, bro. We were like best friends, totally, seeing each other 5 times a week for workouts and everything. And then I just go on a road trip. I'm back after 5 days or something, and just suddenly he's avoiding me and stuff. And it's just so fucking weird. And he's spending like just time with training with her now and stuff. It's like getting cheated on by your gym partner. It's fucking hurtful, man. But eventually, like I keep texting him like, come on, like we should speak about this. And then he messages me like, oh, he's gotten into university, like really good for him. He's gonna leave now. He's this is a big move that he's had, and so he's literally about to like leave our city, and he's gonna go move away and stuff. So it's almost like the last time I'm gonna speak to him. So he comes finally to come speak to me. I've been messaging for a while, like come speak to me. Come on, what is this? But like he comes to speak to me, and I straight away I hug him, and like it's like we're just friends and stuff. Like, and we just speak about like pleasantries and everything. But then we end up speaking about the situation, and we speak about the girl, and he just fully like starts grilling me. He says, oh, but it's not right, Hamza. It's not right that like you kind of left this girl to date other girls, that you're like sleeping around. Like a man shouldn't be sleeping with more than one woman and everything. And like our values are like too different and stuff. And it was just out of nowhere. It's like he always, we always knew there was a difference between me and him. He's quite like, he's a Christian and everything. And so there was always differences between me and him. But it's like you can have differences in viewpoints as, friends. But yeah, but just suddenly he just flipped and said this. And so I said to him like, and this is the point, okay, this is where we get serious, right? So I said to him, he's speaking about this girl and kind of defending her against me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we barely spoke or anything. And then he said, I said to him, like, you know what? Like, this is when I told him, I should have said it a while ago, but I told him, your friendship with her, I think it's wrong. It just makes me uncomfortable. Like, you shouldn't be friends with a girl that I've just dated. And this is where it's fucking mad, right? This is where he looks me in the eyes and he gives me a level of disgust in his face and goes, it's your fault. You introduced us months ago. Like fucking shaking. He was like, no, but it's your fault. It's your fault. So, and wait, we didn't even fucking explain, right? So we're speaking about her. We're speaking about this situation before this happened. And he just subtly lets out that he's been speaking to her about, so, they've been getting close and stuff. And that's a bit weird as it is, fair enough. But then he kind of, loud ass fucking donkey. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a donkey behind me. He kind of insinuates that they've been speaking about me, which obviously I expected them to do. But then I kind of just ask him like, wait, did you like tell her details, like, private conversations between me and you? Have you told her that I was like dating other girls, sleeping with other girls and stuff recently? And he just looks guilty as fuck. And this is when I said to him, I was like, that's unacceptable. You don't know the values of brotherhood. Like I said to him, that's unacceptable. Like your friendship with her is just wrong. And then he was like, oh, well, he just passed the responsibility on to me. Imagine having so much respect for a guy that you've went to the gym with for fucking months and months and months. You've made the best progress of your entire fucking gym life with this guy. Made so much progress, so much respect. Love him. Like I've kissed him on the cheek like fucking 100 times, bro. And just suddenly, the way that he had no responsibility, and he said, no, Hamza, it's your fault that I have been doing this with your ex because you introduced me to her 6 months ago, like when we were all in the gym. No responsibility, bro. Like that, I lost all respect for him. Holy fuck. I like that, all respect. Like, I don't know if you're watching, if you're, you kind of like look up to me in a certain sense. You kind of, want to know what it takes to get my respect or what it takes to lose, bro. Taking no responsibility, displaying a true lack of masculinity as a man. Oh my God. I looked at him like he was so fucking different. I shook my head like I was literally disgusted by him and just, everyone's saying he's in the back. And then I literally just said to him, you don't even understand brotherhood. And the way he literally stormed off like a little bitch. I'm not even going to lie, man. He literally went, oh, well, all right then. And then just walked off like how a girl would. Straight away, he walked off, bro. I grabbed my phone, blocked him on WhatsApp straight away. I'm like, he could try and apologize. He could say like, oh, well, I fucked up, bro. If, if, for example, like the main issue I had, which essentially ended our friendship then, was that he was telling her private details about me. That, oh, you know, Hamza's sleeping with this girl and Hamza's dating this new girl and stuff. And it's like, how the fuck can you be my friend? Telling my, like, essentially my ex, we weren't girlfriend, boyfriend, but we were dating and we were in love and stuff, telling her about my business. That's just, bro. Someone said that's men's nature. Like, I wouldn't say necessarily. I wouldn't say that's men's nature. I would say that's the nature of a weak man. A true masculine man who values brotherhood will keep his mouth fucking shut. I said this in the video that I recorded about this. So literally straight after that, it would fucking hurt, right? So I started recording a video just to like kind of vent. I called Sam and told him, like, you know, I feel like shit because of this and stuff. And I said, you know what? A true, like, masculine man who's like your brother, who's a good friend. You guys let me know if this is something you'd feel good about. Imagine a good friend of yours. Anyone who speaks to him about you would leave that conversation thinking higher of you previously. Imagine it's a girl. Imagine a girl speaks to like this male friend you've got, and she leaves that conversation feeling better about you. That should happen. If there is a real like brotherhood connection, like a real sort of like friendship, that friend will hype you the fuck up in every single conversation, and then in private, one-on-one, he will tell you, okay, here's some criticism for you so you can improve yourself. No real friend will ever speak negatively about you behind your back. Every single time that I speak about like a friend of mine, I hype them the fuck up so that whoever I'm speaking to, a lot of the times it's you guys, like you have such a good perception. That's why like a lot of you who know about my personal life know who I'm kind of like talking about. And that's why you're kind of saying like, oh fuck, like you didn't expect it to be him, because I make all of like my male friends so fucking good. If there's any criticism I have about them, I go to them directly. This is what you must do to become more masculine. If you have like any kind of issue with your friends, if you have any kind of criticism, you bring them, you sit them down, just you and that one male friend, and you tell them, okay, here is a criticism. I really, really hope you can take it well, because I'm saying this for your own improvement. This is somewhere that I think you're quite weak, you can improve. But if you ever say that shit to like a mutual friend, to like a girl he's dating or his ex, bro, holy fuck, that is so messed up. That is so messed up. I haven't like, oh man, I barely ever rant like this. I barely ever like vent. I've not needed to. And I hope it's kind of clear. Like you can see by what I'm talking about. I'm not angry or upset about the girl whatsoever. Most of what I've just said, 90% of what I'm actually talking about is specifically the guy. I'm not like, you can never really blame a woman for like what she does after you guys break up. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely fine. Like, okay, she's even allowed to like pursue my friend. It's kind of like a bad moral trait from her if she if she's spending time with him and stuff. But it's like, okay, but you're a free woman and stuff, and like I don't expect loyalty from you if we're not together or something. But a male friend, a fucking best friend. And then it sickens me to think that I was in Thailand calling this guy, hyping him up and like, like really helping him. He was going through like some problems. I was hyping him up, like long, deep conversations, telling him things like, oh, well, like we're just speaking like guys. Like, oh, yeah, I'm in Thailand. There's a new girl that I'm seeing or something. And this motherfucker takes what I'm saying to him, calls over my ex and tells her stuff about me.